What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new Arrow video. Finally, we've got a brand new trailer for Arrow, something that's been feeling like it's meant to arrive quite a long time ago, but nevertheless, this teased us with some much needed teasers for the following season, the final season. And some of the teasers that are in this trailer are really sweet. So what I'm going to do, as usual with breakdowns, is show you guys the trailer and then tackle it afterwards about everything we kind of learned from the trailer. So let's go ahead and do that and then get into all of the details.
The only way that this is bearable for me is if I am certain my sacrifice, my death, will protect the people I love. There is a crisis coming.
We're facing the destruction of pretty much everything.
Good luck.
Nice of you to show up.
This is the night that we have been waiting for.
This city will be ours.
Less talking, more fighting. Indiana Jones made this look way more fun.
History is repeating itself.
Oliver?
Hi, Mom.
So as you could probably tell, if you haven't already seen that before, or even if you have, that was a very fast-paced trailer. It was very action-packed, and to be honest, this season within itself will be amazing from what we've heard, with it being a much more cinematic season due to how short it is, and just with everything else they've got planned to do within just 10 condensed, straight to the point episodes of just pure engaging storyline stuff. But if you guys haven't done so already, check out yesterday's videos. I did a Batman video, since it looks like we've got a new Commissioner Gordon and Jonah Hill has been tapped to play either the Riddler or the Penguin. And yes, you're about to hear this right. It looks like we're getting a Canary Arrow spin-off show, and yeah, I spoke about that and my major apprehension for it. So anyway, into the breakdown. The first scene of note is that we see Oliver in this kind of nightclub with none other than the darker looking Tommy Merlin than we've ever kind of seen before throughout Arrow in the same club as well. Now, it would be kind of cool if Oliver catches that cork he's holding there in that screenshot you're probably seeing on screen right now, with some cool Green Arrow reflexes, which is what maybe makes Tommy eye him up a little bit, that kind of little evil stare he's doing. I love the inclusion of Oliver's line where he says what makes this journey he's doing, which, leads him up to crisis, only makes it bearable if he knows that his sacrifice, or his death, if you will protect the people that he loves. Now, I honestly think that the momentum and the energy this trailer gives off doesn't only perfectly depict how much better Arrow will be this season for a whole load of reasons that are just kind of self-explanatory, to be honest, but it just reminds you that when he says a crisis is coming, not that we've all forgot this, but it just kind of reminds you that this crossover is just going to be so dumbfoundingly awesome that I can just barely put it into any other words. Now, in a quick note, in this scene that you're seeing on screen right now, we see Oliver, I assume, waking up in bed. Well, actually, we do see him wake up, which I assume is in the Hong Kong episode. Just going by that filter, paired with a quick scene later with the return of Katana, which we knew would be happening, as this, all points to the callbacks that we'll be getting to previous seasons, which is something that they've been very vocal about doing in season 8 before Crisis, which is only going to be just an awesome tribute that I can't wait to see how they factor into not only just Hong Kong, but like to season 2 and other seasons as well. However, guys, this could be me seeing things, but is that an interdimensional extrapolator on the bedside table next to Oliver? I mean, we all know that Oliver is going to be traveling in some way or another, and it would make sense for it to be like breachy. So if you guys remember, it was a tool used to create breaches around the multiverse, I believe first introduced by Cisco in the crossover a couple of years back to make Supergirl come to our Earth whenever she pleases, and it's been used a few times from there on out. It's kind of blurry if you zoom in, and from far out it kind of resembles it. I'm not saying this is it confirmed, I just thought it'd be neat to chuck this in here because it looks like the interdimensional extrapolator, and it would make sense if Oliver is doing his timey-wimey dimension-y, different reality traveling-y kind of stuff with that. One last note on this as well is that we do see Diggle with Oliver in the same yellow kind of filtered styled scenes, so perhaps Diggle accompanies Oliver in this potential time trip. So this is where we see a Deathstroke-y mask in the trailer. Now this all leads up to the John Diggle Jr. storyline that we've been teased with all the way back from Connor Hawke last season, with him going down a fairly different path of being the leader of the Deathstroke gang. And we kind of get to see him here in the trailer all armored up. Now I believe we can see Connor Hawke fighting off some Deathstroke gang members in the background too, while perhaps John Diggle Jr. is putting on that mask in the kind of close-up. I'm actually pretty interested to see how you get two brothers that are so divided and just so different in the future, considering that they were both raised by good people, I guess you would say, Diggle and Lila, even though Connor did tease that, you know, they were very absent growing up. But it's just kind of poetic in a way too, that Connor Hawke, being the son of Bronze Tiger, who was obviously a villain at one point, being the good guy, and then the son of Diggle is kind of the villain. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to see how he got to that point and how Connor Hawke ended up so different. Like, and maybe they're going to explore that in flashback, flash forward, flashback scenes, if you know what I mean. So this all does just tie into what we see next, with Mia going full on future Green Arrow as she will inevitably kind of take up the mantle of her father, and that all just mixes in with the Canary Show spin-off stuff that I spoke about at the beginning of this video and in yesterday's video when it got announced, as we literally know that we are getting a backdoor pilot episode to that show this season. So we get another glimpse of her versus John Diggle Jr. here in the new kind of Deathstroke like get up, which is kind of different from Manu Bennett, Slade Wilson. Now interestingly in the trailer, this is where we see a shot of Athena, who, if you guys remember, is the leader of the Thanatos Guild, was a kind of former League of Assassins member, and also the second / right hand lady, if you will, of Malcolm Merlyn. In these scenes we also see that Thea Queen is back, which we all knew of quite a while ago. However, I didn't expect to see Talia al Ghul. I just didn't really consider that, to be honest. Also, this location does seem kind of similar to Nanda Parbat, which, you know, kind of makes sense if maybe the League or Tyler and the Thanatos Guild are involved. I mean, who really knows what Oliver is searching for here? But I appreciate the Indiana Jones joke from Thea. I mean, perhaps they get Athena's assistance with whatever Oliver is searching for, and that's why she then says good luck in the trailer. But also, it's just interesting to note that it appears as though Thea is fighting against Talia, which is kind of strange because in other scenes we kind of see them all fairly neutral when Oliver is burning the scroll for some reason as well. Like, what's so sacred about that scroll? I don't know. Either way though, everyone, in related scenes towards the end of the trailer, we do see some assassins on the floor just as Oliver strikes an arrow in his bow, perhaps to blow it up even more, to prevent more enemies from coming. I mean, at first glance I wondered if maybe this was Athena or Talia on the floor laying there, but it's likely just people who are defending the place or wherever they are in Nanda Parbat. But in this frame, guys, it looks like we're seeing Oliver Queen, I'm assuming the Green Arrow, against the Dark Archer, and I'm really hoping that this is Tommy Merlyn, because there's been quite a bit of speculation as to who Tommy is. As we know from plenty of teasers, that in their words, we will get to see Tommy in a way that, you know, fans have wanted for quite a while. So I think if you're betting on him being the Dark Archer, I think that is quite a safe bet, and the Tommy I'm on about is the one we see in this trailer, the very shady looking one. But there are other fighting scenes scattered throughout the trailer that seems to show Oliver fighting this Dark Archer, if not in the same location as to where Malcolm Merlyn liked to hang out a lot in season 1. So I don't know, it kind of seems to be matching up. So maybe Evil Tommy, here we come. At this point in the trailer, we see a bunch of quick flashes, such as, you know, perhaps Oliver himself here using Moira Queen's ID card to gain access to some place. Perhaps a place with all the bodies that where we saw the two archers fighting against each other. We get a look at Lila in action, and then we hear Oliver say that history is repeating itself, with a line from Moira Queen saying Oliver, which I'm guessing is just a scene where Oliver is seeing his mother again, fairly obviously, but it being our present day Oliver version rather than, you know, whatever Oliver she is familiar with. Now, it is kind of weird to nail down exactly how this factors in. I mean, is it time traveling, earth traveling, reality altering kind of traveling? And as I said earlier, we could have seen the interdimensional extrapolated there. Has that got something to factor into it, if that was that item? But either way, what we do know from Stephen Amell is that Oliver will somewhat tie up some loose ends for him with some characters. I mean, as he put it himself, they may not know that it's some kind of special deal, but it's meaningful for Oliver. So regardless of how Oliver manages to interact with these characters, with whatever version they are in the scenes we see in this trailer, it's going to be really cool to see those interactions take place from a kind of sentimental perspective for our Oliver Queen, who is ultimately just, preparing to die, but is going to get some nice kind of callbacks and, resolutions and, I don't know, peace of mind, I guess, along the way. But guys, that is absolutely everything I've got to say about this Arrow extended trailer. Let me know your thoughts on my thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think that was the interdimensional extrapolator? What do you think of the other scenes we saw? This is all very exciting. It was a nice tease. They really did, really prepare this one pretty well. I mean, they could have given us something generic, but hey, this season's going out with a bang, so why not hype it the heck up in trailers? Other than that, guys, I really appreciate it if you went ahead and liked this video, as it really does show support for the Arrow content. Subscribe if you are brand new for more Arrow Season 8 videos and reviews and breakdowns and all that good stuff. Join my Discord server in the top pinned comment. The link to the server will be there. Check out my Patreon and other links in the description if you want to support my channel a bit further. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you vigilantes in the next video. Goodbye.